learning to ask. So we need to learn to ask for help. We don't want to be Superwoman. It's way too tiring and it's way too much responsibility. So asking for help doesn't always come naturally to us, and if we're not used to it, it can take a bit of practice. So have we got anyone on the call? Just put your hand up if this is you. Anyone that actually seems to try to do everything yourself? And when you do that, what ends up happening? Just type into the questions box. What actually ends up happening when you try and do everything yourself and you don't accept help?
Stress, overwhelm, exhaustion.
Yes, those are all not very pleasant feelings at all. So it would be probably quite nice to not have those things. And I guess if it's hard to ask for help, what we can do is think about how we feel when we've helped somebody. You know, how do we feel? Normally we feel quite good about the fact that we've helped someone and made things a little bit better or easier for them. So thinking about that, wouldn't it be nice to be able to give other people a chance to feel that good about helping you? And that's what can happen when we ask. It's actually part of building strong relationships. If you never need anybody, it's difficult to build strong relationships. So here's some asking tips. The first tip is actually if you haven't heard of this book or seen this book, to go and get it. It's called The Aladdin Factor by Jack Canfield. And it's a really good book that just helps you learn how to ask. So, and as you know, Aladdin, he rubbed the lamp and the genie jumped out of the lamp and he got to ask for his wishes. So that's why the Aladdin Factor, that's how it got its name. So it's a really good book and it covers a lot more than we can possibly cover today. So I encourage you to at least look it up online, see if it's something that might help you. Remember that you've actually got nothing to lose. If you ask someone for help or ask someone to do something and they can't, they say to you, not right now, but I could do it later, or I don't have any more room in my diary, it's completely full, or any one of those good ways of being able to say no, you're actually no worse off than you were before. So it really doesn't matter. So you've got nothing to lose. It's important that we always ask nicely, that we don't nag. You know, people don't like it when you're bossy, but most people are willing to help, especially if they know why you're asking. So an example might be if you say to somebody, get the washing in. Get the washing in is not the same as, look, I'm just going to finish preparing dinner. While I'm doing that, would you mind just getting the washing in for me? You know, if people feel that they're helping rather than being told to do something, it's quite a different thing. Make sure that you don't refuse help when it's offered, because it's actually a form of rejection. If somebody really wants to help you and you refuse it, especially when you could actually use it, you're pretty much telling them that they're not needed, and it doesn't make people feel good. It doesn't really help you either. Make sure that you ask wisely. Make sure that when you ask someone, you're asking somebody who actually has the ability to do what you need them to do. There's no point at all in asking someone who can't do what you're needing done. What will happen is that they'll do it badly, you'll be frustrated, you'll have wasted time, and you'll need to start over and maybe do the job again. So think carefully about the person you're asking before you do it. You want to end up with them feeling good because they've helped and you feeling relieved because you've had something done for you, not this horrible frustration and wasting time thing that would happen otherwise. And make sure that you're very clear and specific when you ask, because you know what you want, but sometimes the other people don't quite understand it, or they think they've understood but they've got it wrong. So help people help you by doing your best to limit the chance for misunderstanding, and never just assume that they know what you mean. And this is especially relevant when you're asking children to do something, by the way. So make sure you're very clear. So there's some tips there. Just baby steps to start with is the thing. And when you do it, notice how good it makes the other person feel as well, because that'll stop us feeling quite as guilty about it.